Good morning and good afternoon to the kaboomers out there. Crypto Stacks, Bay Comedy already here in the chat box. The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber here with the Kaboom Daily. Today we'll be talking about Bitcoin, a top trend on Google for 2018. Binance is expanding and more during this crypto winter. Only a few savage men remain on the field. The crypto maniac boomers are here, tuning in daily in the morning, in the afternoon, whether things are up or down. Make sure you tune into the good crypto word. Satoshi's big cousin reporting live. Indeed, this is a live one. I see Crypto Maniac George out there, Bay Comedy and Crypto Stacks. Make sure you're touching the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Caress those buttons for me out there, Crypto Maniac boomers. Let them know that the few savages still remain here on the field and we're not going anywhere. Kaboom to that. Indeed, we're talking about Bitcoin, a top trend on Google. Although the Arctic blast continues to blow out there, Binance is expanding, and Binance is one of the top performers out there. I'm not entirely convinced, but I recognize that it's booming, so it is what it is out there, crypto maniacs. If you're just tuning in, indeed, this is a live broadcast. Champagne Crypto, the voice of the blockchain here, booming with the best of them. Let's check out today's mathematics and see how healthy the coin market caps are. I told you guys all week that I still haven't fixed up the OBS, the broadcast software here, so that I can show you my screen. Hopefully I can get around to doing it this week, and I'm just going to have to delete the program and restart it, and that's going to take some time so that I can put the animations back, the young bull here on the bottom right hand side, the kaboom, the coins, the money, and whatnot. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. We'll still be going hard here with the voice, so just bear with me out there. Shout out to Andy Warhol, D-Rock, Queens Races, Crypto Stacks. The rest of the boomers are congregating here in the chat box. What remains here is a few good men. The crypto brothers are here. The crypto brothers are here indeed during this cold and frosty one. Today's coin market cap currently at $102 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 55.1%. Will we drop under 100 billion? Maybe. Maybe. Some have said that they expect the bottom there to be around $75 billion. We are in waters that no crypto maniac has swam in before. So indeed, nobody knows out there. Nobody knows what's happening. We may be dipping and diving lower, so just prepare. Now, for the long gun out there, we believe that the bits, and the cryptos here are an alternative to the funny bunny financial legacy system out there that we need to snipe out the box immediately. Revolutionist, the Cardano general, has stepped into the box, and he's here. Kaboom to you, Revolutionist. Indeed, Bitcoin currently at $33,238. It's down 5%. There's a lot of red today, a lot of red, as the all-time high anniversary is completed this week or sometime soon. Now we're seeing lower lows for 2018, and that's what it is. Prepare for a stormy one. I hope you're bundled up out there. Let's see who's going to remain. We're separating men from mice here, pits from poodles, victors from victims, feast from famine out here. Ripple at 28 cents. In my opinion, it smells like a central banking coin, guys. Don't get okey-doked here by the banks here. Don't poison crypto by walking with the banks out here. Dump it. We have nothing to do with the banks here if we're a crypto maniac. Ethereum at $84. Stellar at 9 cents. Tether at $1. EOS at $1.79. EOS losing there. Bitcoin Cash at 82 dollars, and Litecoin has surpassed Bitcoin Satoshi Vision once again there. It's at $22. Satoshi Vision, another funny one, at $74. Tron at the top 10 spot there at 1 cent. Cardano at 2 cents. Monero at $40. Binance, the top performer arguably for 2018, it's $4.56. IOTA at 21 cents. NEM at 6 cents as the rest of the boomers tune in to this live broadcast out here. Most tourists have left the space out there. We don't need them out there, D-Rock. What remains here is the few crypto 300 Spartan savages, and I'd rather be rocking with the quality versus the quantity. Rafterman is here. Ripple's anti-crypto in his mind. Rafterman, a true crip walker. He knows what's going on out there. Snipe out the funny bunnies out the box. It's indeed, we call out even those that are shorting the bits out here. Poisonous to crypto. If you want to call yourself an alternative maniac, you need to dump the banks right now, guys. We need to congregate together and continue to spread the good crypto word and double down out here. Hodling deep in the trenches with Jigger Roams. I see you out there. Revolutionist says he's been looking deep into mining. It does not look good for all the proof of work coins, as Z9 mini miners are now paying 30 cents per day. Mining is collapsing. I suggest everyone researches POS versus POW out there. And I know that Revolutionist is speculating that POS will surpass POW. That hasn't happened as of late. I do like the POS system, proof of stake versus proof of work. But right now, I'm still a believer in proof of work. Let's see where it all goes down to in the mid to short term. Revolutionist says it's a good job I got rid of his miner, of the miner he had. Revolutionist sold the Z9 miners and he started buying more Cardano. I'm not mad at Revolutionist. He's doubling down and he's going to buy a castle sooner than later, populated it with a few crypto princesses, and hopefully he invites the crypto brothers out there. Indeed, indeed. Today we're talking about Bitcoin top trend on Google out there. So despite this crypto winter, despite all the FUD that the mainstream media wants to spread out there, I have it linked down below. Top trend on Google for 2018. What is Bitcoin? Is the #1 search for what is on 2018. Above what is racketeering, what is DACA, what is government shutdown, and what is Good Friday. So Bitcoin #1 trending term there on what is ... question mark. And that's what it is out there, guys. Bitcoin, more bits, the alternative frequency, the currency that is not ran by a government, that has no middleman out there, guys. Are you crip walking with the best of them? If not, we'll snipe you out the box too. We're done with the funny bunnies out here. Champagne is excited this morning. Of course, I stepped out of the gym, deadlifting, squatting, overhead pressing. Today we'll be doing a second ancillary broadcast talking about self-improvement out there. I want you guys to tune into the frequencies. I don't want you getting down during this crypto winter. I want to raise the crypto spirits up and make sure that every boomer here in the population of the chat box is getting healthier and wealthier with every trade and every lift. Phoenix on fire, kaboom. I see you out there. Revolutionist, Rafterman, original copy, D-Rock, guys. We got day one crypto maniac savages out here, and we are not going anywhere. Guys, if you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. Touch the buttons for me. Those likes, those subscribes, those post notifications bells, those ding dings. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. Stay booming. Stay healthy. Stay wealthy out there. Let's talk about another article that I came across here regarding Binance on ccn.com. Indeed, while several venture capitalists exit, Binance expands crypto incubator to 5 regions. Kaboom to Lee Banky, another crypto maniac soldier out there. He says, happy Friday, champ. Lee Banky showing love this week and before, and I appreciate Lee Banky's $4.99. Let me drop a bomb for you out there. Where's my bomb at? Kaboom. A little crypto coins off the ceiling and a little fiat as well. $4.99. Lee Banky has 5 on it here on the super chat. Do you have 5 on it? Show love here in the population of the chat box. Do you have 5? You got 50 cents? You got $50? Or do you have a positive comment, guys? I want positive energy. I want positive cryptocurrency out here, because indeed it's like an electric current with the positive and negative charge. Right now we're charging up with the positivity. Shout out to Derek McLean out there booming in Chi-Town. Shout out to Mark D out there. Pump up the likes, brothers. Indeed, guys. make sure you stay pumped out there. You stay motivated out there. Don't be online too much. Listen to these funny bunnies. They're spreading nothing but negativity there on the headlines. Let champagne uplift the crypto spirits and let you know that we're still crip walking worldwide out there. And the infrastructure is being laid out worldwide for a possible kaboom sooner than later. So don't get caught out there in the cold and frost to death. Make sure you bundle up and stay focused on the long gun snipe out there, guys. The bits and the alternative frequency. Shout out to Pepe El Toro Kaboom. I see you out there. So here on ccn.com, it's linked down below. Several VCs have exited, but Binance expands their crypto incubator to 5 regions. So while everybody's sleeping out there, Binance is gunning. And I know Derek likes that because Derek has been calling out Binance all year. Even though I haven't been behind it, Derek's been telling us, he says, guys, it's a boomer out there. So shout out to Derek. He's been letting us know. How is Binance able to expand its crypto incubator? Question mark. The CEO of Binance was quoted as saying here in this article, while many venture capitalists have paused, we are actually more comfortable investing now. Valuations are more reasonable. Most have prototype/product. Only strong teams left. Much better investment opportunities than an all-time high. Repeat, much better investment opportunities than at all-time high. So says Mr. CZ, the CEO of Binance out there. So a few good men remain. Only strong teams left, he says. And this is what we need to weed out the funny bunny out there and stay remaining here with the Savage Brothers in the box out there. I like the vibes better nowadays than when the funny bunnies were in the box. Although it gets exciting when the price goes up, sometimes we got to shake out the weak ones and see who the strong men still on the field remaining. Shout out to Pepe, Derek McLean, Mark D, D-Rock, Phoenix on Fire, and the rest of the boomers. Will Binance offer more trading pairs, or do you think they're going to keep their coin on top? I don't know, D-Rock, but I would expect them to, you know, make their coin stay on top. You know, it's probably to their advantage somehow. I believe that coin is semi-centralized, if you ask me, and that's why I've kind of been detoured by it. So I would expect them to keep that on top. But, you know, being that they're expanding, perhaps they throw more pairs out there. Keep an eye on Binance because it's performing, and that's the bottom line. Mark D says he would buy 2 million Cardano at a single penny for only 20,000 out there. And there's still Cardano bulls here in the population of the chat box, although Cardano has done nothing but give us promises. And they released some tools this week, but they don't have the, you know, functioning dApps as of late. So we're waiting on Q1 patiently. Hopefully Cardano, the first scientifically peer-reviewed blockchain, will deliver sooner than later because there's many boomers here expecting it to kaboom. Thank you once again to Lee Banky there for the $5, guys. I appreciate you, Lee. Keep booming out there. Derek says, while Charlie Lee is dumping, CZ is buying more. Which team would you rather be on? You got a point out there, Derek. You got a point out there. And that's what it is out there. Derek's been calling it all year. Indeed. Indeed. Binance is doing well. Let's check out here this other article I got linked down on CoinGate. Crypto market lost 725 billion. Revolutions don't happen overnight. Prepare for the next wave, says this article here on Coinbase. So they're quoting a few people from the crypto space. Kathleen Brightman, co-founder of Tezos, says price by and large is a distraction. I've seen a lot of ups and downs. I've had a lot of conviction in the technology long-term promise. I never check prices. I think it's kind of a distraction for people for smaller minds, says Kathleen, co-founder of Tezos. So she's got a long gun thinker out there, a long gun sniper. Now, according to Christine Moyes out there at a JP Morgan Chase, this is what Christine has to say. What's really important to note is we're talking about the next generation of financial infrastructure. I'll repeat, the next generation of financial infrastructure. Technological progress takes time. Take a look at daily price of crypto is kind of a red herring. In reality, the value is what the technology rails can provide over time. Long-term mentality out here, according to Moy at a JP Morgan. Now, you even see the bankers are starting to change their mind after they were calling it a scam just last year, guys. And let's talk about Kenneth Rogoff out there, Harvard University and former IMF chief economist, who says, like lottery tickets, there's a high probability that they are worthless, but we shouldn't be surprised by this year's cryptocurrency price bust. The price of these coins is not necessarily zero. Further adding, there's also an extremely small outside chance that they will be worth a great deal someday for reasons that currently are difficult to anticipate. So even the IMFer out there is giving it a chance out there. So, you know, that's what it is for you boomers out there that are freezing out in the cold. A little positive energy for you boomers out there. Shout out to Cliff. I see you. Derek, Queen's Races, and the rest of the boomers out there. It's a good Friday out here, guys. I'm still feeling good. Came out of the gym, and today we're going to do an ancillary broadcast. We're going to keep this morning broadcast with the crypto a little shorter than usual. So I'll take a couple more comments and questions before we take an intermission. We'll come back with the general self-improvement chat. We do it once a week where we talk about general diet, exercise, ways to become a better boomer, a better man out there, open discussion so we could talk about generally anything out there. We want to talk about a few topics. Last week we talked about the vertical diet and strength goals or whatnot, and today we'll talk about more. So tune in. D-Rock says, I'm still not mad at what millionaires do with their money or assets. Charlie saw the tourists running up the price and he knew it wasn't going to last. He made his money. Move on to another topic, says D-Rock, concerning Litecoin. And yeah, that happened back in December. Charlie Lee dumped the bag and we felt some type of way. But you're right there, D-Rock. We have to move on to another topic because we can keep pointing the fingers out here. But if you're holding the bag, you're holding the bag. And there's no reason to look backwards out here, only forward. What's the future? Is it going to boom or not? Separate the boomers from the doomers out there, guys. And that's what we're doing here on the daily. Queen says, in Jersey, they have a bar you can eat and dine and pay with Litecoin. It's on every exchange. It's just like Bitcoin, but faster. When they want to test things on Bitcoin, they do it first on the Litecoin chain. Mark D says, Charlie Lee is the smartest investor in crypto. Okay, there you go. Revolutionist says he can see Ripple taking first place as proof of work becomes unprofitable, which is happening right now out there. And that may, you know, I don't know. You know, I'm not a believer there in Ripple, and I'm still a believer in proof of work. I talked about this yesterday. Although the exahash, the total mining difficulty on the blockchain has decreased, it's still up a lot since the beginning of the year. So, you know, it is what it is. Bit Papa says, kaboom. Good morning, a Bit Papa out there. I see you, Bit Papa. But let's see, Revolutionist. I know you're gunning for proof of stake, and I like proof of stake. It's okay, you know. Now there is a good debate that I'm reminded of. That's between the dollar vigilante Jeff Berwick and Tone Vase regarding Steemit and its proof of stake system. And this is an old interview out there. I think it's a debate / interview. I think it's about two, maybe even 3 years old. I would search it, and I think that both make good points about the proof of stake system. So check that out if you want to, you know, see and learn more about the debate out there. I would recommend that video. It's one thing that, you know, is popping up to mind right now. Off topic. Mark D says, the Revolutionist licking my chops at the prospect of picking up a few million Cardano sub penny. It's coming. Let's see. Cardano. I'm hearing all the talk about it. Hopefully it delivers out there, guys, because right now it's just a bunch of talk. And I'll be honest with you, I don't like all the talk. I want to see some delivery out there. Now, I've talked to Hoskinson himself back in January. I like what Cardano stands for. I like the movement out there. I like IOHK, the team behind it. I like that they back Ethereum Classic. But again, promises right now in the crypto space, you know, are a dime a dozen. So it is what it is out there, boomers. Revolutionist is buying all the way down. He's playing the long game, and shout out to you. I'm rooting for you out there, Revolutionist. You know the deal. I definitely want a ticket to your castle out there. Shout out to the boomers out there worldwide. I'll take a few more comments and questions. Keep this one short. You know, make sure we inject a good crypto energy daily, and then we'll do a little intermission, and we'll come back for a general open chat, self-improvement, Let me know if you guys have any specific topics you want to talk about. But I'll again talk about the strength, diet, exercise, and general self-improvement. I want everybody becoming a better man out there, stepping outside at least 1 hour a day, strength training, put more weight on the bar, check out the strong lifts, and we'll be talking about that in just a moment. Andreas says Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. I agree. If crypto survives, Cardano's a good long-term bet, says Mark D. Hopefully. D-Rock says, I want to see progress also. Dope project. Hope it works as planned and doesn't get log jam with the peer votes and directions. Love real crypto, says D-Rock. And I think you're talking about directly about Cardano there, that you want to see progress. Indeed. Derek says, what's the next thing Charlie Lee is trying to do with Litecoin? What's his next goal out there? Again, I'm not here to, promote Litecoin, although I would like to see it go up. So, it is what it is out there. I think we got to wait to see once we hit the bottom. And, I think at this point, the year is already ending. So we're not going to see any progress to at least Q1. And the answers to those questions probably won't surface to at least January or February. And that's what it is. I'm tired of all these promises, Bit Papa says. So am I. I just said that earlier. It's just, promises, promises, promises. But that's what it is. We got to see some delivery out there. Queens races with the $2. Kaboom. Let me drop a bomb for you out there. Queens races showing love on the daily. I appreciate you, Queens. Let me drop a little fiat for you. I like how Charlie Lee gets media time. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that. He is getting media time. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if he buys back in. I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't be surprised if he buys back in. But again, I'm not basing my movements on what Charlie does or what his brother Bobby does, although he does predict a what is it, 250 or 300,000 all-time high before it crashes down to 40 or 50K. I know we talked about that this week, so let's see. And let's not act like Charlie Lee himself didn't say that Litecoin was going to go back down to 20 after he sold his bags. So, maybe there's some truth in what he's saying out there. Q1, I'm looking for a Christmas miracle, says Holmes. And I think that it's not going to deliver out there, Holmes. And I'll tell you this, even for Q1 or Q2, I can expect a crypto winter in sideways trading past the summer of 2019. We may have to wait and hodl hard out here in these trenches. I think this storm may not be over. So get ready out there. Are you in it for the long gun or not? Crypto Stack says there are big misconceptions on mining profitability out there. And I believe that as well. Although I'm not versed when it comes to all the mining. I know the Z9 minis right now are not that profitable, but how are things on the more on the larger scale? On with bigger equipment. We talked about that yesterday as far as some of the miners are not shutting down. Maybe the little baby bear cubs that are doing it at home, but I still think that there is exahash on the network out there, and there's more than there was last year, apparently. Derek says, I wouldn't buy any coins right now because you have to realize many of these ICOs that raise money have lost 90% of the money they raised to do the market conditions. They may not have enough money to make it for another year or two without a bull market, says Derek. And you're right. A lot of these altcoins right now may just fall down to zero. So, we talked about the crypto winter survival tips. I would identify, maybe one or no more than two altcoins that you really believe in, and then you can hold strong. I'm a long gun when it comes to Bitcoin. Okay. I'm here when it comes to Bitcoin, long gun. Now, as far as the other altcoins, I don't know which ones are going to survive out there, boomers. I don't know. Now, again, I'm not your crypto daddy. Okay. Although maybe I should be, but I'm not. So make sure you do your own research and make your own decision. Champagne is just giving his own personal opinion. Fanny says, how long will this bear market last? Fanny, I just said it. It could go longer than some expected. It can go into Q3, Q4, or even into 2020. We need to be prepared to hodl for the long term. Crypto Stack says there are areas in China where they actually receive incentives by the government to set up companies that use large amounts of energy mining operations out there. Yeah, and apparently China's mining it hard out there. That's what it is. Queen's Racist says, I'm just collecting Litecoin and Neo for now. I'll catch the falling knife for them. All right. Those are two little baggies that I'm into, Litecoin and Neo. But again, I always said this. Over half of the portfolio should be in Bitcoin. I think that's the tried, true, and tested one. I know guys like Revolutionists disagree. They're all in Cardano, and that's all good. We don't have to all agree upon with each other out here, and that's all good. That's what the crypto brothers do. We don't have an echo chamber here, and we build together. And Hopefully we'll all win. Mark D says he's looking forward to the $20 ETH out there. Ooh, hopefully it doesn't go down that much. I mean, ETH is looking anorexic right now. But, you know, ETH doesn't work, so down it goes. You may have a point out there. All these promises with Ether and Ether and Ether and the upgrades, and we haven't seen anything but promises and tweets by Vitalik. So that's not a good thing. Derek thinks that we'll hit 24.96 and stay flat for a year or two, and then slowly go up to 20K and beyond. And that may just be how it goes. I will not be surprised. That sounds actually reasonable, Derek. D-Rock says if we need a sales pitch to buy crypto, that's not what the people want. We're tired of being sold promises and told what to do. Buy what you want and look at the community using it, not just buying it. Indeed, you know, community is a big thing as well. You know, if the coin doesn't have a community, an active user community, that's a red flag. Now, I'll tell you, I've seen Tron with an active user community out there. You know, I'm not behind the Tron train, but Tron keeps moving up. So that's something you may want to check out there. Let's talk about more bullish news. Mike Novogratz says and this is in the article on CoinGate, link down below. Mike Novogratz says revolutions don't happen overnight. While I believe in the underlying technology and believe in the crypto movement, when prices get stupid, he sells. A lot of his friends in crypto couldn't just let go. They were saying this is going to change the world. So now he's talking about he's selling, but he's here for the long term. He says, I keep telling my guys, we're a surfer getting ourselves in shape for when the next wave comes. And when the wave comes, we'd better be the Lard Hamilton of crypto. I would assume that that's a surfer or something. So he expects another wave. So, you know, so do I. But, you know, when is it going to come? We got to be patient out here. Due to renewable energy sources, they actually produce more energy than the grid can handle. So it's use it or lose it. My point being the BT network is safe, says Crypto Stacks. Okay. And that's, you're talking about the miners out there in China. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Queen's Racist says, yeah, Champ got like 70% of his portfolio in Bitcoin. There you go. So, you know, you get the point. You get the point out there. You know, 55% of the market is in Bitcoin. So, you know, at least you want to stay around that, in my opinion. Again, you know, that's just my opinion out there. I know other guys do other movements out there, and it's all good because they stand to actually gain more in the long term if things go right. Like Revolution is, if the Cardano goes up, you know, back to an all-time high of $1, I'm sure you're going to be sitting pretty. And, you know, that's what it is. That would be from 3 cents to $1.03 or whatever. That would be a kaboom like no other. So hopefully that manifests. Champ, I don't know about other people, but when I want to buy on Binance, I'll buy Litecoin and Coinbase, send it, and I'll sell it for Bitcoin and buy it because I want Binance because it's quick. Anyone else does that, or am I impatient? No, I've used Litecoin to transfer between exchanges before because it's cheaper and, you know, it moves faster. So there is a use case scenario for Litecoin. You're not the only one that's done that. So you're not the only one, and you're probably just as impatient as Champagne. Fanny says, at least I can afford to buy a few Bitcoins now. There you go. That's a positive way to look at it. Now, in my opinion, everybody should have at least one Bitcoin under the stash. Throw one under the pillow for a rainy day. Throw one in the shoebox out there. Keep it for 5-10 years. Give it to the Bitcoin kiddies out there. You know, you may be surprised where things will boom at in the future. Cardano, Revolution sees Cardano hitting $32 by 2023, 2025. I'll tell you, that sounds out of this world. And hopefully, you know, I just want to see it over $1 out there. And I'm sure if it goes over $1, you'll be just fine. But at $32, it'll be you'll be a whole new man out there, Revolutionist. D-Rock uses Cryptopia, but it's not well liked or talked about. I like their trading pairs, and it's easy. Yeah, it seems like Cryptopia was used a lot more in the past. I've used it before, but I haven't came across it for some time now. So apparently it's still working. FUD Machine says Bitcoin to the moon, and hopefully. All right, guys, we've been streaming for 30 minutes. I'm going to take an intermission. We'll come back with the self-improvement chat, general diet and exercise, and continue to talk about things aside from crypto, but in tune with the alternative frequencies out there. Alternative economics, alternative diets, alternative exercise, alternative politics, alternative kabooms out there. Let me throw a bomb for you maniacs. Indeed. coins off the ceiling. All right, guys. If there's no more comments and questions, stick with me. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll talk about, we'll start the next broadcast out there. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.